Hi, my name is Francine and I have ovarian cancer. We don't know how long I have, so my job right now is to make every day count. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Sorry if you hear trash trucks. I had put out an old mattress, and here in the borough, you need to put a sticker on it if it doesn't fit in a bag, and it's an oversized item, and it costs $5, which for a mattress that's pretty reasonable. So I put a tag on it. Actually, Chris put a tag on it because I was not going to be able to drag that out. And in the morning, somebody who needed a mattress came in and took it. Can't call it stolen, but I'm like, I put a tag on it. That was $5 that I just bought. So I had the brainstorm that this time we needed to get rid of an old ottoman. And I'm not really good with retail or anything like selling something on the marketplace or whatever. It never seems to work out for me. So I just put it at the curb thinking maybe somebody will take it. If somebody doesn't take it, I'll put a tag on it right before the garbage people come. So nobody took it last night, so I put a tag on it this morning. As soon as I did, somebody came and took it. So that's $10 that you rack up. Anyway, it's always the way, but I'm certainly glad somebody could use it. I could have used the $10, but anyway, so if you do hear that, that is one downside of being in the front of the house now, where I was in the back of the house, but up against the park and really, really quiet. The other downside to being here is that you won't see cats behind me. So I will occasionally just insert a video so you don't miss out, because I have plenty of video and pictures of them. Okay, so today I want to share the story of Holly Butcher. And Holly was only 27 years old. That's the youngest that I would share with you, because I really don't understand why children have to get cancer. I don't get it. They don't have I guess maybe it's just something they agreed to before they were born to challenge us. I mean, I do believe that there are fated events that we agree to before we're born. But whatever lesson we're supposed to learn from it, I don't know that we have. Anyway, I digress. Holly was 27, as I said. She was an Australian woman, and she passed away from, the cancer was Ewing's sarcoma, which is a cancer of the bones and around the bones. So that alone had to be very painful. But I will say this, I'm going to share some pictures with you. She was quite the adventurer. I don't think I had that kind of energy as a kid or a young adult or at any time, but she did a lot of traveling. Maybe that was her bucket list. I'm not really sure. On Inside Edition wrote, hours after 27-year-old died of cancer, family reveals letter she wrote. And they called it, I Don't Want to Go. I think it's just the age that gets to me, There are just certain relationships and like mothers leaving their children, and I guess that's what it is. It's a parent-child relationship that gets me. I mean, I think that losing my own mother to cancer was so difficult and so traumatizing that I empathize, with others. I can't even imagine losing a child. I mean, my understanding is that it's the hardest grief that you can go through. And I'm doing a raw reaction, so I don't know if we get to hear about her parents or anything. I like to just go in here cold, and if I stumble over my words, I either edit it out or just let you enjoy it. So I will say this, on Facebook, it says, to all Holly's friends, it is with great sadness that we announce Holly's passing in the early hours of this morning. After enduring so much, it was finally time for her to say goodbye to us all. The end was short and peaceful. She looked serene when we kissed her forehead and said our final farewells. As you would expect, Holly prepared a short message for you all, which will be posted above. Dean and Luke. I guess they're family members, but I'm not really sure their role. I have some Inside Edition article here, but I don't know if that prepares us for the letter. It does quote the letter a little bit, but it says the family of a 27-year-old Australian woman who died of cancer last week has released an inspiring letter she wrote before her death. Holly Butcher wrote many tidbits of advice throughout the letter, like not worrying about the little things in life and spending time giving to others. Butcher died January 4th, 2018, and the letter has gone viral. It jumps around quoting the letter and then giving a little commentary, and the last time I did that, that was not what I really wanted. So we're going to go right to the letter. So it says, a bit of advice from Hol. So Holly went by Hol, Hol. That's cute. Oh, here comes the recycling people. Hopefully it doesn't get picked up, but I guess it just annoys me. All right, back into my mojo. It's a strange thing to realize and accept your mortality at 26 years young. It's just one of those things you ignore. The days tick by, and you just expect they'll keep on coming until the unexpected happens. I always imagined myself growing old, wrinkled, and gray, most likely caused by the beautiful family, lots of kitties I planned on building with the love of my life. I want that so bad it hurts. That's the thing about life. It's fragile, precious, and unpredictable, and each day is a gift, not a given right. I'm 27 now. I don't want to go. I love my life. I am happy. I owe that to my loved ones, but the control is out of my hands. I haven't started this note before I die so that the death is feared. I like the fact that we're mostly ignorant to its inevitability, except when I want to talk about it and it is treated like taboo topic. Except when I want to talk about it and it is treated like a taboo topic that will never happen to any of us. That's been a bit tough. You know that's my platform here. I just want people to stop worrying so much about the small, meaningless stresses in life and try to remember that we all have the same fate after it all. So do what you can to make your time feel worthy and great, minus the bullshit. I have dropped lots of my thoughts below as I have had a lot of time to ponder life these last few months. Of course, it's the middle of the night when these random thoughts pop into my head most. Those times you are whining about ridiculous things, something I have noticed so much these past few months. Just think about someone who's really facing a problem. Be grateful for your minor issue and get over it. It's okay to acknowledge that something is annoying you, but try not to carry on about it and negatively affect other people's days. Once you do that, get out there and take a freaking big breath of that fresh Aussie air deep in your lungs. Look at how blue the sky is and how green the trees are. It's so beautiful. Then think how lucky you are to be able to just do that. Breathe. You might have been caught in bad traffic today, or had a bad sleep because your beautiful babies kept you awake, or your hairdresser cut your hair too short. Your new fake nails might have a chip. Your boobs are too small, or you have cellulite on your arms and your belly is wobbling. Let all that shit go. I swear you will not be thinking of those things when it is your turn to go. It is all so insignificant when you look at life as a whole. I'm watching my body waste away right before my own eyes, and there's nothing I can do about it. And all I wish for now is that I could have just one more birthday or Christmas with my family, or just one more day with my partner and my dog, just one more day. I hear people complaining about how terrible work is or how hard it is to exercise. Be grateful that you're physically able to do so. Work and exercise may seem like trivial things until your body doesn't allow you to do them. I tried to live a healthy life. In fact, that was probably my major passion. Appreciate your good health and your functioning body, even if it isn't your ideal size. Look after it and embrace how amazing it is. Move it and nourish it with fresh food. Don't obsess over it. Remember that there are more aspects to good life than the physical body. Work just as hard on finding your mental health, emotional, and spiritual happiness too. That way, you might realize just how insignificant and unimportant having this stupid portrayed perfect social media body really is. While on this topic, delete any accounts that pop up on your news feeds that give you any sense of feeling shit about yourself, friend or not. Be ruthless for your own well-being. Be grateful for each day that you don't have pain, and even the days where you're unwell with man flu, a sore back, or sprained ankles. Accept it as shit, but be thankful it isn't life-threatening, and it will go away. Whine less, people, and help each other more. Give, give, give. It is true that you gain more happiness doing things for others than doing them for yourself. I wish I did this more. Since I have been sick, I have met the most incredibly giving and kind people and been the receiver of the most thoughtful and loving words and support from my friends, family, and strangers. More than I could ever give in return. I will never forget this, and I will be forever grateful to all of these people. It is a weird thing, having money to spend at the end when you're dying. It's not the time you go out and buy material things that you usually would, like a new dress. It makes you think how silly it is that we think it's worth spending money, so much money on clothes and things in our lives. Buy your friend something kind instead of another dress, beauty product, or jewelry for that next wedding. No one cares if you wear the same thing twice. It feels good. Take them out for a meal, or better yet, cook them a meal. Shout their coffee. Buy them a plant, a massage, or a candle, and tell them you love them when you give it to them. Value other people's time. Don't keep them waiting because you are shit at being on time. Get ready earlier if you're one of those people, and appreciate that your friends want to share time with you, not sit by themselves waiting on a mate. You will gain respect too. Amen, sister. This year, our family agreed to do no presents, and despite the tree looking rather sad and empty, a nearly cracked Christmas Eve, it was so nice because people didn't have the pressure of shopping, and the effort went into writing a nice card for each other. Plus, imagine my family trying to buy me a present, knowing that they would probably end up with it themselves. Strange. It might seem lame, but those cards mean more to me than any impulse purchase could. Mind you, it's also easier to do our house because we have no little kitties there. Anyway, moral of the story, presents are not needed for a meaningful Christmas. Moving on. By the way, just an insert. There's some things that I don't quite understand in the letter because it's Australian. It's not that it's a language barrier, but there are phrases that are not familiar to me. Shout your coffee. I'm not really sure what that means. Or shout their coffee. Just a few things. And I'm sure if you're an Aussie, this makes more sense. But she's adorable. Okay. Use your money on experiences, or at least don't miss out on experiences because you spent all your money on material shit. Put it in the effort to do that day trip to the beach you keep putting off. Dip your feet in the water and dig your toes in the sand. Wet your face with salt water. Get amongst nature. Try just enjoying and being in nature rather than capturing them through the screen of your phone. Life isn't meant to be lived through a screen, nor is it about getting the perfect photo. Enjoy the bloody moment, people. Stop trying to capture it for everyone else. Random rhetorical question. Are those several hours you spend doing your hair and makeup each day, or to go out one night, really worth it? I've never understood this about females. Get up early sometimes and listen to the birds while you watch the beautiful colors of the sun makes as it rises. Listen to music. Really listen. Music is therapy. Old is best. Cuddle your dog. Far out. I will miss that. Talk to your friends. Put your phone down. Are they doing okay? Travel if it's your desire. Don't if it's not. Work to live. Don't live to work. Seriously, you could do what makes your heart feel happy. Eat the cake, zero guilt. Say no to things you really don't want to do. Don't feel pressured to do what other people might think is fulfilling in your life. Tell your loved ones that you love them every time you get the chance and love them with everything you have. Also, remember, if something is making you miserable, you do have the power to change it. In work or love, or whatever it may be, have the guts to change. You don't know how much time you've got on this earth, so don't waste it being miserable. I know that is said all the time, but it couldn't be more true. Anyway, that's just this one gal's life advice. Take it or leave it, I don't mind. Oh, and one last thing. If you can, do a good deed for humanity and myself, and start regularly donating blood. It will make you feel good with the added bonus of saving lives. I feel like it's something that is overlooked, considering every donation can save 3 lives. That is a massive impact each person can have, and the process is really so simple. Blood donation, more bags than I could keep up with counting, helped keep me alive for an extra year. A year I will be forever grateful, and I got to spend it here on earth with my family, friends, and dog. A year I had some of the greatest times of my life. Till we meet again, Hal. That was such a powerful letter. She had some major insights. And I think that happens when you know you're going to die. It doesn't matter what the illness was. It changes everything. How you do things, how you see things. And at her age, or any age, it brings a lot of wisdom. And you realize what's important and what's not. And I know that some of you watching this know that. I know a lot of you do have cancer, or you're caregivers, or you have some other illness, and I know that that's something that, for whatever reason that you're watching me, it's a significant thing in your life. And I feel for all of you. But even as a caregiver, it probably, or family member, it probably does bring a lot of wisdom and the way you see things a little bit differently, that time is limited with, life here on earth, whether it is you or a loved one that you're doing an anticipatory grief about. Life is short. One of the things that really struck me, and you may have seen my face change, is about how she said that when she wanted to talk about her passing or death, that it was a taboo topic, like it was never going to happen. And this Sunday, you'll probably be watching this, I will be offering a workshop. I'm going to record it, I think, but it's really about that topic. It's called Let's Talk About Death, and it's about normalizing that, because there are just so many people that can't cope with that conversation. But that conversation is healing, and it needs to happen. We need a breakthrough on that. So that really hit me home for a 27-year-old to realize that, and instead of just saying, okay, they're not comfortable, maybe I'm too comfortable talking about it. So that hit home for me. The other thing was also decorating for Christmas or not. I think maybe that came about because they didn't feel like they had anything to celebrate. Now, I know the reason for the season is Jesus, and we can always celebrate Jesus, but that signified gifts and being excited. And, if her family didn't want to talk about death, and they probably didn't want to celebrate either. I liked that at least she made lemonade and realized how unimportant it was to decorate the house and to open presents, and that the cards meant so much to her. I think that's really nice. And I wish we did more of that. I wish it wasn't so like living in a pressure cooker sometimes. So I think with that, I'm going to close. And, I really do enjoy making these videos, and I'm going to try to do that once a week to share somebody's story. So if you know of anyone who has left legacy letters that you'd like me to share, I would love to do that. That would save me a lot of research. Anyway, okay, I'm going to close. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I always appreciate your support, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.